Have you ever wondered how easy it is to lose everything to a lie?
They scammed me 55,000 rand.
One scam me the 10,000.
Have you thought of how Lama professional scammers operate?
I was blinded by love.
Fast and slick. Walala wasala wavuga wayisola.
Bangifonela. Ifoni iqinile.
Automatic voice message.
Labantu baspanisa ama-tactic ashaya ne-logic.
Uthi sekufuneka azongeza ngamathuba.
Two sides of the story unfold. For the one, umphando.
The moment you taste money, angeke uphinde uyeke.
But for another, a lifeline.
La ngikhona ngidinga usizo at all cost, but yena bona ukuthi angeke.
Akere jwale ra scam jwale.
Scammers starts May 31st at 7:30 on Mzansi Magic, channel 161 on DSTV, the home of local.
Everyone else was doing music and I wanted to be part of that world. Daniel. I'm like the white Jewish boy from the suburbs. That was what's happening to me in the beginning.
What was your name before that?
Okay, you ready for this one? It was Soosh.
Check it out.
Give me a step. Baby scratch. Give me transform. Ah, no, you're solid. we can put it on the side.
Okay.
Let's talk about what just happened then.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, man. Turntablism. No. Let's put it there.
Okay.
Put it there. It looks amazing for
part of the props.
Yes. Of course.
Okay, cool.
Yes. What was going on here? Like Turntablism in the country. How did you start and where is it now?
Well, I can talk about my journey when I started, which was probably the year 2000. I was already like DJing, but I was actually DJing like house music and stuff. I had a love for hip hop, like definitely, because I kind of grew up around like skater friends in school, and I got introduced to like a lot of the like Diggable Planets, Tribe Called Quest, Wu-Tang Clan, like your Dre's, Warren G's, everything. Like was in the kind of 90s, and then I found like, you know, if you wanted to be a DJ, you were playing house, you know what I'm saying? Like
Sure.
I had House Africa that was like down the road from me, and I'd go there, and there was like hip hop vinyl and stuff, but I suppose like learning on house music was easy, but then I quickly realized how boring it was just to play like loopy house beats and stuff, and like respect to the house people, you know, but like it wasn't for me. And then I just have a memory of, so actually what happened was I went overseas on my gap year, like when I...
Gap year? You have a proper white here.
Yeah, privileged white people.
Proper white.
Yeah, I did my gap year, and I went overseas, and I like, took all my vinyls with. I was going to DJ, and then they all got, some things went down, and I had to leave everything, and I kind of came back to SA, and all I had was a Gemini 626 mixer and a turntable. It wasn't a SL1200, nothing. And I had these.
Bell drive.
Yeah, and I had to like do something, and I remember going to 206, if you know, you know, and seeing Reddy D. This is like 99, and I was like watching him, and I was like, yo, this. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear.
Yeah.
Okay, like this scratching shit's fucking dope. Like, wow, we, and watching him like rub the record and like do stuff with the crossfader. And then I came home and I took like these house acapellas because I'd been buying stuff at House Africa. And I kind of taught myself the basics of scratching, like just from watching and seeing what he was doing. And then I found myself completely obsessed. And because I'd already been introduced to like the hip hop culture, and also like I suppose the kind of roots of hip hop DJing is with the breaks, right? So it's like rock, funk, disco, like all these kind of things that they mesh together. And I kind of loved that about like the hip hop, the early hip hop culture. And I found myself enmeshed with this turntablism thing. I was like, oh shit, I'm a hip hop DJ. Like this is where I'm at now. And I became quite obsessed with the scratching. And I remember I had a homie from Botswana actually that I was studying with, named Botle. And we were both like getting into the scratch thing at the same time. He had like the little Vestex 06 and he had like the dope setup. And we used to go to his house every weekend, and I didn't chase skirt, like I didn't go out. We used to like hang out and we'd scratch and for hours, because he had all the dirt style records as well, and I started like getting into that. And then I started, for a few years I was buying records, and that's where I met you, Monks. I met you at Bring the Noise Records at Campus Square in Melville with DJ Sphere.
Yes.
And I was buying like all these like rap records and mixing them and starting to play gigs. And so that was like my introduction into that world. And then I think because there were so few of us, you could count the guys that were really scratching, like really into the battle DMC type of DJing on your hand, like less than 10, maybe even 7, something like that. And we all kind of got to know each other, and we'd like watch videos together and teach each other scratches and stuff. And it was quite nice. I mean, there wasn't really like this kind of like egoic, like, oh, like who's the best, type of thing. We all just wanted to learn because it was so small, and we were all like so in love with this art that I think it was, it was just something that we could do. And it did go through a patch where like it kind of like died out, and you kind of carry on doing it because you love it. And I mean, I'm talking about like 20 years ago now already,
Snap, we've known each other for 20 years.
Yeah. So in 2005, I met you. That's crazy. Like crazy, yeah. I know. Look at us. You got like children and stuff. Monks is like someone's dad. Like, like that's crazy. And like we like middle-aged men. Like, and we still do this thing. Like, I still. What's nice is like you become like a jazz musician. Like the older you get, the more nice you get. Like I'm a bit more of a mature scratcher than I used to be. Before I used to be like, oh look, watch me flat, and you don't actually sound nice. Like these days, like I'm like, sound nice, and it's like more composed. Also like more articulate to the scratches. You can do a lot more combos, a lot more of the new school scratches and stuff. So like now. I wouldn't say there's a culture or a scene around turntablism in SA, definitely not. And in the world, it's very niche, but it is cool to connect with like a lot of DJs, like especially in COVID. I became a professional streamer, like, because I had to earn a living somehow. So I was like doing stuff online, and the next thing I know, I'm doing like live jam sessions with like guys in Japan. And they're like, whoa, you're from South Africa, wow. And they're like, so intrigued by the culture here and everything. And it was like pretty amazing to be able to connect with people overseas, like doing this thing that we all love. And it's an interesting thing. It's like rap, if like you can just connect on that like thing. It's like, oh, you're like, oh, scratching, cool. And like it like kind of crosses like a lot of cultural boundaries and a lot of like age boundaries. I mean,
hold that thought. We started from the art. Let's start from who you are, where are you from, and what's your DJ name and what's your real name?
I'm DJ Soosh, who I've been since 2007, but I'm actually going through a rebrand at the moment where I'm going to be using my full name, which is Guy Daniel. Daniel, yeah. Because I think it's more professional, and like because I'm getting into that space where I'm playing like a lot of like corporate stuff and whatever, and I've got to kind of like think more like long term instead of being like the cool like hip hop DJ, like what having like a bit more legs than that. So that's my brand. What else do you want to know? Where I'm from?
Yes.
From Johannesburg, born and bred. I've been living here my whole life. I'm about as Joburg as it gets. I don't know what else.
Where were you born? Like Joburg where?
Joburg.
Where is your streets? Where?
Raglan Street in Citadel. So I stay like Orange Grove side.
Houghton Street.
Yeah. North. The northern suburbs. So I'm from the suburbs. I'm like the white Jewish boy from the suburbs. Which is, I mean, there's a whole story around that. Like being this kind of like white Jewish kid that was always into black music, which was an interesting story in of itself. At school, because all my friends were like into rock and like white music, and I just found myself listening to like Motown and soul and hip hop and whatever, which is kind of why I gravitated that way, like when I was DJing. And it's interesting, I often think to myself like the kind of like how I would have turned out if I wasn't exposed to music. I probably would have been like one of these whiter than white guys, you know, who like only has white friends and like you know, kind of does not aware of his like privilege and whatever, like very typically South African, you know, white experience. But I think what music and hip hop gave me was such a rich, like just to immerse myself in the rich diversity that like South Africa has, and it was amazing. Like I love being South African. Like I love it. I love being involved in South African music. It's such a privilege.
Which high school did you go to? And was there a pushback or something? What are you doing now?
I mean, I went to King David Linksfield School, which is like
Pretty limey.
Jewish private. Your parents pay lots of money every month for you to go there, like, and it was a bubble. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, and I mean, these things are crazy for me to talk about. Like, even like the first time I had like friends of color, I was like 19 or 20, and it was because I went out of that like Jewish bubble, like into like another like private college, but it's when I met Botle. Was at Design Center in Greenside where I was learning design. Yeah,
That's dope.
but it was really amazing. I was like, wow, like people are so dope. Like I don't all have to be, you know, from this kind of like Jewish bubble. Because the truth is, I mean, it is how you grow up as a Jewish person, especially in South Africa. It is a bubble. You only go where the Jewish people go. All your friends are Jewish. It's like this cultural kind of like enmeshment that people seem to struggle to get out of. For me, it was easy, I think, because I wanted more, and because I loved music, and like because everyone else was doing music and I wanted to be part of that world. So I just kind of threw myself in there, and I'm really grateful that I did. Like I said, I don't know how it would have turned out if I didn't do music. Yeah, so.
You rebranded in 2007. What was your name before then?
Okay, you ready for this one? It was Soosh, because, and the story behind that one was because like my friends, these are my Jewish friends, we went on a trip one time. We were like young, and they took like magic mushrooms, and they went. They used to call me Gush at school because that was like my nickname, and that came from. And for those who know, RC or MRC days when you used to go on the internet and do like chat stuff. This is like in the mid 90s now. I used to be Ganja Gush because I used to like smoke, and then they used to call me Gush. They thought that was funny, and then they went through the whole alphabet with their own magic mushrooms, and they got to X, and they got to Xush, and they couldn't stop laughing, and then that became like my nickname, and then it felt only natural for me to make that like my DJ name. But that was a bad move because no one can pronounce Xush. So when I now decided to do this thing full time, and I had linked up with the guys from Cold Product, they were like, "Bruh, we can't be."
Oh snap! You were a tour DJ for Cool Product.
That's right. Yeah, I was a part of the group.
How did that happen? How did that come about? Where did you guys meet?
So now, at this point now, like I've decided to do this thing full time. This is 2006. I had a really dark year, like understanding this game, like really scraping by, like just enough money for rent and food and maybe some petrol, whatever. And 2007 comes, and I'm like, okay, I got to be more serious. I got to like, you know, make some more like more solid contacts. And I remember seeing that Hush video. I don't know if you remember the Hush video.
Yes. It was a
Yeah, I mean, that was like a crazy video.
Yes.
I saw that on TV, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And I don't know if you remember Spencer Kitson. Remember Spencer? Mm-mm. So Spencer was like a friend of mine, and he was running a studio, and he was recording a lot of like rap groups and stuff. And he was like, yo, these guys from Cold Product, they're looking for a DJ. And I was like, okay. Something to bear in mind at this point, I was like, I am not interested in anybody that holds a mic. Like, I don't care. Like, I've had enough trouble with these rappers. They're like very self-absorbed. They're like, you know, they're not fun to work with. I want to do like me. But I was like, yo, but that video was dope. Like, so I'll be open to it. And then I get there, and the guys that are managing them are like people that I went to school with. And I was like, okay, well, they know me, so I don't have to like sell myself. And I did like, I flexed some skills, and I was like, look at me, I can add value to the group. And they were like, cool, we'll put you on. And so I did become the tour DJ for Cold Product for about 5 years. I mean, that was a 5-year thing, but it was not, I think for anything, like there was some success, definitely. Like we had songs on radio, we gigged a lot or whatever, but I don't think that it had the legs to have like that thing about having longevity in the game, because there just wasn't enough for everybody, for the record label and for the artists to get paid and whatever. It was a great and amazing opportunity for me, and it was I learned so much about the game from those 5 years. Yeah, it was an experience that I am deeply grateful for. Unfortunately, it just didn't become the kind of success that we expected it to be. You know, yeah.
But you've taught. I've seen you compete overseas.
No, I haven't competed overseas. I've done a lot of battling in SA.
Or was it here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I've done. I mean, I did actually my first gig overseas like 2 years ago. And that was because I just happened to be in Berlin. And like Metabolism from Cape Town was like, yo, I can put you on. I was like, okay. And then I played it. I was like, oh. And what I learned, interestingly enough, from like going overseas and playing, is that it's all the same. Like, I do the same thing that I did here, the same type of response, and I was like, oh, I can do this. Like, I can do this thing overseas. So I'm actually like wanting to start to reach out and, play some gigs and tour overseas. That's kind of something I want to do.
2006, 7, there was a tour that 4 DJs were involved in.
Oh my God! Wow. Yo. Okay, that was the Bring the Noise crew. That was Canotix. Shout out Canotix. He's still a big homie.
Please.
DJ Sphere, who we all know. I mean, myself, and I think it was...
It was Kizo, Fox or...
Was it Marvin? Was it DJ XA?
It was not Kizo, man. The other guy from Kagiso.
Oh, no. It was this like young white kid. I remember, and I forgot his name, but I remember him, yeah. I think he was part of the tour as well.
There were 2 house DJs and 2 hip-hop DJs. And you guys were going to Mozambique.
Yeah, we went to...
Via. But that tour, you guys promoted the tour for like 2 months, right? Tour starts, we are all happy. Oh, finally.
This is, by the way, 2004 going into 2005. That's when this was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mozambique, all these countries around SADC. But 3 weeks later, you guys are back.
Yo. Mozambique, went to Swaziland.
Yes.
I slept in a tent and like at a game reserve. I mean, like it rained. I woke up in water, like with the water like up to here, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
no way.
Yeah, way. And like it was on Christmas Day. There was an ostrich that came, laid an egg by our tent. And we made the egg on the scuttle. It was like a liter of eggs, some crazy shit. Like we had so we had all our records, and we were playing vinyl at the time, at a trailer in the back, and then the axle broke for that in the middle of nowhere. So we in the desert somewhere, like picking up records, trying to fix the axle of the thing. It was like one of the wildest trips I've ever done in my life. But that was also very Richard, like very DJ Sphere. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you know him, because you do, it was like very like kind of typical. Like I should have known stuff like that was going to happen, because I was so like, yeah, let's just do this, and like all wild and crazy. And I me at the time, I was like 23, 24. I was 24, and also like very wet behind the ears. I didn't like know what I was doing. But it was an experience. I remember when we got to Durban, we played at the Flux Festival, and there was like moths that looked like they were like this size. I'd never seen moths like that in my life. Like, you're busy like playing, mixing, whatever, and you go, like right next to you, like across your face, and you're like, I don't have insects that size where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there was lots of these like crazy experiences that you wouldn't expect to have on like a DJ tour. Not like crazy girls that like want to sleep with you, or you know what I'm saying? It was like giant insects and like getting stuck in the desert and waking up in rain. And I was afraid because the mother ostrich is going to come back looking for her egg and going to want to kill us, you know, in our tent on DJ tour. Yeah, but it was fun. I mean, it was an experience and it was amazing. Like, you know, that's what life's about, I guess. Yeah.
The tour was cut short, though. Was it
I don't remember it being cut short. It could have been
someone
cut short.
got arrested?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, actually. I can't remember. It's possible. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I can't say. I can't say yes and I can't say no. Yeah. But I remember, though, the dramatic stuff, like getting stuck in the desert and waking up in the rain.
So you guys stole the egg, or what happened?
It was on Christmas Day. The ostrich that we just found this ostrich egg right next to our tent, and of course Richard, who like doesn't understand like consequence, was like, "Yeah, let's make the egg." And I'm like, "Bruh, that's someone's child. Like that's someone's child who can kill us if they want to." And then he like cracked open the egg and like poured like a liter of egg. We did it in a jug. It was a liter of egg, and we made and it tastes like chicken egg. It's quite something. Like yeah, but like I mean, it was on Christmas Day. It was our Christmas ostrich egg. I remember.
You okay?
Yeah.
Were you guys getting paid?
I think we got paid, but not much. I mean, it wasn't like we weren't getting paid. You know what I'm saying? I think we're getting like paid. You know, you'd have to like see us through to the next town and buy some food.
Look, I think last year you were booked at Back to the City.
Yeah.
Then versus, let's say last year, the game respects you, the game holds you in high regard. You are this guy now. When you look back compared to now, do you think your hard work that you put in is finally giving you those flowers?
You know what? In some ways, like it's nice to be recognized. Like a lot of people. Sorry to be ruining your conversations. I'm kidding. It's nice to have like that like respect, like you say, like people give you your flowers and people like you throw the word legend around, which I'm still feels like kind of awkward for me. So that's nice, but I do feel that I did come a little bit late in the game in terms of like the social media and just media aspect of it in general. Like I was very resistant in the beginning because I was being a kind of typical like OG.
I'm dope.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm got talent. Like I'm dope. Like I don't need like videos and whatever. And then I realized very, very fast that like unless you're putting yourself out there in that sort of way, like the bookings are not going to be what you want them to be. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not like that old model where it's like the people you know and like your credibility in the game or whatever. So like kind of very recently I've like invested in cameras and lighting and you know, like taught myself how to edit and all that kind of stuff. And in a way, it's like quite cool because it's another cool way that you can express yourself, like with ideas, like content ideas. And also, like in some ways, I think like it's kind of cool because like what I do with like the turntablism and stuff isn't, it's pretty like niche and it's rare. So a lot of people when they see it, especially like young people, are like, wow, what's that? What are you doing? And I can share like older forms of hip hop. I don't know if I want to call it that. To maybe a new set of eyes and ears that haven't seen it before, maybe want to be practitioners of the art one day, you know, so I can kind of like pass the baton in that way, which I like. But I think that I definitely could have done better for many years with the social media. Definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
There was a point where you were getting sponsorships either from, or was it you?
Yeah, it was Rain.
Yes.
For Rain.
How does this relationship come about?
That was from Cold Product. That was like, so like when I joined the group, I was like, listen, like if you guys want me to play the beats and do all the cool like scratching shit and whatever, like I'm going to need this Serato thing. So let's put a proposal together. You guys speak businessese, like you can speak the business language to the guys, whatever. You put a proposal together. I'm not asking for much. I actually just wanted the box. And we put the proposal through, and they gave me the mixer. Like, I was like, wow, okay. And then they were like, well, we quite like what you do, so do you want to like promote, you know? And so I was promoting the gear. I sold, so I became a salesperson as well. So that was also like a little kind of side hustle at the gigging at the time. So I would sell, you know, I sold a lot of SL1s, SL2s, SL3s, SL4s, 62s. There was another mixer that I sold. I sold a lot of 57 SLs, because what was happening was a lot of people were jumping onto this. In the beginning, and I don't know if you remember this, in the beginning they were like, oh, laptops, that's whack, like we play vinyl. And they were like trying to like this kind of like keep it real attitude that was like becoming outdated. And so more and more, so that was what's happening to me in the beginning. And I was like, you guys don't know, like this is the future. Like you really want to carry a whole bunch of records around, or your laptop, which you can also use cue points and loops and be more creative. And you know, it does the same. It's like, it's records, bro. And so a lot of DJs were coming to me wanting to buy, because I could get a better deal for them anywhere than, I suppose the retail shops probably hated me, but like they were coming to me because I could get them a lot better deal than, you know, like a place that sells sound and lights, because I'm getting it at cost and I'm just putting a small markup. So I sold a lot of gear. And I made it, I don't know if it was me, but it became popular, like very popular amongst the DJs. And that was what I did for Rain. I did have a brief sponsorship from Skull Candy, and then DC Shoes. At the time they were like, I think Deleuze at the time was like, had kind of made them blow up a bit, like because I suppose he was involved in the skate culture, and there was like a skate brand, and then people were kind of watching it on like in that like hip hop world. So there was that. At the moment, I've actually kind of linked again with the new people that do all the Rain stuffs, and I'm slowly like wanting to promote their gear and like make content, and because I must say, like the new I don't know if you've seen the new Rain controllers, they're amazing. Like, yeah, they're really, really dope. So like Rain, I've actually always loved Rain gear.
You know what's funny about the mixers, right? Back in the day, versus, especially when you talk about the laptop, I remember when Richard used to stop an event and change the mixer.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
What?
I've got some stories about those too. I mean, yeah, like, so, I mean, back in the day, like, yeah, you'd have to like literally change the mixer, but there were ways of doing it. You could get the box and then you didn't have to stop the music, but you'd changing RCAs and going.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw it at, what's that club in Newtown?
Baseline?
No, club. Like.
Oh, Carfax?
Carfax.
Yeah.
I remember at Carfax when we were all waiting and my heart was beating so fast. I'm like, this man has never received a bottle of liquor on his face because people are drunk, they just want to dance. Now we are waiting.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I gotta play with Serato. I had the mixer, you know, like
so,
that.
So you.
But there was a way of like you would find like you'd have to make like a plan for some music to play. Like while you did that, you had to do that. That's just something that you had to do. And back then we had to make a plan. We'd find another CD player, like I don't know, plug it in your laptop and put it in the mixer with another phone, or have the mixer and then run it through into the mixer that was already into the mains. So that's what I would do, and then find a way of playing music, because obviously you can't just like go to the club and say like, sorry guys, I'm gonna set up now, and then like, you know, stop the music and then be plugging shit in. But I mean, funny stories that I have around that is that there have been times where I've like by mistake like pulled the plower out of the wrong mixer and the music stops, and then you get like, oh DJ, you know. And then there was one time when I played in one of these funny towns, I can't remember now, Kroonstad. It was the Kroonstad like summer party or something, and like they bumping the pianos. They're like, you know, the crowd's like heaving, like full massive dance floor. And like I'm busy like, because now I still have one of those mixers, and like I'm busy like plugging in. I've done this before, like, you know, like I'm not worried anything. And then my elbow goes on the cue, like on the cue button on the guy's CDJ is playing, and I just firstly I get the death stare from like the DJ, like look at me like, you know, and then also the crowd's like, oh, you hear that, like, you know, that like all like at the same time. So there's a couple of stories like that. So the setting up thing, you always got to like make sure you you're cool, you know, because I'm also can like lose my head sometimes. Also, if you're in a rush and you're like, you know, this guy's like 2 minutes left of his song and you have to put everything together and cue up the song and have it ready to play by the time he finishes. But yeah, most of the time it was cool.
Which event did you play at and you thought, oh, this was all worth it?
Are you saying with the setup?
No. Just playing hip hop. I mean, I think I once saw you at, there was an event happening when you passed Rustenburg. It used to happen around August.
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember.
Event Delibitwan. You know, people used to camp there. Opikopi.
Oh, I played Opikopi, yeah. Opikopi I did with Cold Product. So that was, I did Opikopi with Cold Product. But I will say, like, my most memorable gig for me was I got to open for Public Enemy 2 nights in a row.
Wow.
That was like for me, and it wasn't like the biggest gig, and it wasn't like, it was at the Alex Theatre, like, but for me, because Public Enemy, as far as hip hop goes, was the most influential group that I like got exposed to because of I suppose what they stood for, you know, like it was so powerful, and to be able to meet Chuck D and Flavor Flav, who's actually really like that. It's not an act. Like that's how he really is. Like which I was like, whoa, that's like how he really is.
So you actually met them?
Yeah, I had to, you know. And that for me was the highlight of my career still. Like that was 2011. I'll never forget it. I even begged the promoter. Like I knew the promoter. And it was like a teaser flyer, and it was like Public Enemy, like coming soon or whatever. I was like, oh my God, it's Alan. I phoned him. I was like, bro, I'll play for free. I'll even get you an opening act. Like just put me on. Like please put me on. Like this is for me will be the most meaningful gig that I'll ever play in my life. I'm begging you to put me on. And so he put me on, and I was so glad that he did because it was. I mean, what can I say? Like Public Enemy, like PE. For me, that's like the highlight of my career.
The dopest thing I like about Turntablists is they have this tight-knit family that doesn't stop. I mean, we met 20 years ago, but whenever I call, we move on like we never stop talking.
Yeah, we...
Marvin, I can go on with the guys that we used to do the same things together back in the day. Marvin and he stays in Rosebank.
Brad.
Brad.
The Cut, yeah.
Hammer.
Yeah. Redwood.
Redwood.
Yeah.
What's Redwood?
Redwood's, Redwood plays a lot of like corporate and wedding stuff. I mean, I did that for a while. I found it too soul destroying. It was like, I did that for long. I mean, you make good money, but it's like the work is very soul destroying. So he's kind of doing that, and he's like playing around with like drum and bass music and stuff. But yeah, I've been like hanging out with him as well. Like he comes to our gigs sometimes, and we'll hang out. And it is like that thing where you instantly connect. But it's what I was talking about before, where it's like, oh, scratching, oh, cool, you know, like we're like kind of like kids, you know what I mean? It's a very childlike sort of love that you can connect with someone on a very kind of like fundamental level. It's like, oh, hip hop, oh, you know, like we both love this art, like, and you instantly find a connection with someone. That's why I was like so amazed when I'm like now sitting in my house in lockdown. And on the internet, I'm like connecting with guys from like Taiwan and like Japan and the Philippines, and like we all jamming together. And it's like I even had like people I couldn't even communicate with in Japanese. Like we couldn't talk to each other. But he'd be like, oh, juggle. I'm like, yeah, go, like, cool. You know what I mean? And it was really amazing. I mean, like that's one thing I'll say about this like scratch community is that we all kind of speak the same language, you know, when we're scratching. It's like, and we all connect. And we can be like from different, like, that's what I was saying, like even like culturally, like I'm from a very different world to like most of the people like in the hip hop game, you know, like I say, like if I didn't get like involved with this music thing, I probably would have become like some Jewish accountant or, you know what I'm saying? Like lives in that bubble and like, yeah, so it is a very cool family.
Back to the city. I see you almost all the time at Back to the City. What's going on there?
Well, they seem to like me a lot. They book me all the time. They book me every year. Man. Thanks, guys. But I did participate in the battles as well, the crossfader battles. The first one was in 2018. The second one was in 2019. And then there was obviously COVID. And in 2022, they hosted another battle, and I won all three of them. So,
wow.
So I'm the undefeated Back to the City crossfader champion. And I was told by them that I can't compete anymore.
I feel the same way.
They told me I'm not allowed.
Let's give other kids a chance.
Yeah. No, but I want to judge now. I actually want to judge in the next one. If they do have the battles, which I would hope they would want to. I want to, because I also like, it's not like, I can beat everyone, but I want to like participate more in the back end and like,
Sure.
Yeah, not have to like battle, because battling is intense. Like it's a lot, and I don't want to have to do that all the time.
Cool.
Yeah, but it is a healthy thing for DJs to battle if you want to up your skills.
Remember back in the days when Shizness had a requirement of giving you like at least 2 minutes for you to scratch.
Oh yeah.
And
Shizness, wow, what a throwback. Damn, okay.
And a lot of DJs will dip. The guys that just mix hip hop, they're like, scratch for what?
Yeah.
And for you and for us, it was like, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. I get to flex. I get to show off. I get to do our thing, It was at the time it was a nice platform for us because I was in Shizness, I think 2 or 3 times. And a lot of people will recognize you from the television. At the time, TV was like social media. I mean, it was like, oh, you're that guy from Shizness, And even like a year later after they aired the show, they would still recognize you. So at the time, those shows, the Hype magazines, all those media outlets were like amazing for us to be platformed, So yeah, shout out Shizness.
Shout out to you, Maji.
Thank you, man.
Itara.
Okay.
The next conversation goes to events.
Okay.
I've seen you create or host or be a headliner weeks in, week out. What's going on the event side?
Okay, on the event side, so I've teamed up with Jabberjaw and DJ Hammer, and we do open formats, which is, the kind of premise of the whole thing is an open format music policy. So like we do dancehall, hip hop, neo soul, house, disco, funk, whatever. Like as long as it's dope, we'll play it. But the whole thing is that we give you like a musical experience that you wouldn't find anywhere else. We did have a lot of success, especially when COVID had just finished. People were hungry for something. And what we were doing was very different. So you can come, but you can listen to Afrobeat and dancehall and kwaito and hip hop and whatever. And it's pretty amazing, like what we've kind of built with the brand. We do that in Rosebank every Friday and Saturday at the Polished Flamingo. That's on the corner of Jan Smuts and Bolton. And we're going to do Thursdays as well. We're going to do live music as well on a Thursday. So that's coming.
Where do you catch you on social media?
Okay, on social media, DJ Soosh, DJ Soosh. But I am changing my brand, so just look out for God Daniel. I just don't know what the handles are going to be. I actually had a meeting with my designer this morning about like the logo and everything. So yeah, I will be changing a lot of my social media stuff. Look out for God Daniel. But for now, it's DJ Soosh, DJ Soosh on all the DJ Soosh official on all the major platforms.
Okay, ladies and gents, DJ Soosh.
Hey, thank you so much. That was really dope.